So our adventure tank is assembled, ready to go on, but no start. Plunk. So we got a starter issue. It's a quick video of how to replace a starter in an Oilhead, which we just did on this, but had a request to have a video for this, so we are going to do it over again. Disconnect your negative cable. You can get by without disconnecting that if you're careful with the hot wire on the starter. But if you have access to the tank, to the battery under the tank, disconnect the negative. Your next step is removal of this small panhead Allen. It's a 4mm Allen key that you'll need. Now you're going to pry the cover. Actually, if you have the later style jump start lug, you need to remove that as well. That is held in place with a T27 Torx driver. You need a T27 Torx driver. It's fucking 9:30 p.m. It's been a long day. On the back, you will see a little connector. Squeeze the two sides, pull it off. That is the power lead to go to your accessory outlet. Little black thing with the little flapper door on. You have two bolts that hold this starter in place. This one here is a 6mm Allen, and there's another one buried way down inside here. But first, unplug starter solenoid. And you're going to remove the nut that holds the positive wire to the solenoid. That's what, a 13mm? Mm-hmm. 13mm socket to remove that nut. Don't lose any pieces or parts. Next, we're going to remove the two starter bolts, which, as I said, are 6mm hex. You can do them with an Allen key, but you're better off with a long driver with a wobbly extension. See, the bottom one's kind of in a funky spot, so. Chris is getting that. You can see on this starter, like I said, we've already replaced the starter in this bike. The other screw, the other bolt is there. So it's way under and towards the engine. You remove those two screws, and then you're just going to slide the starter backwards slightly. There is a pin, little dowel pin that holds the starter in place. This is a special delivery from UPS. It's about that size. I don't know what's in it. Somebody's air filter and stickers. Oh yeah, those are for Eric. Alright, well, it's dirt bike stuff, so I guess there's no damage. Okay, now that Chris has the two screws out, just slide the starter back. And that's it. You'll notice this pin here, always make sure you put copper anti-seize on that. They do corrode. And for such a little pin, it holds the frickin' starter on pretty damn good. When you put this back together, please make sure these wires are back here, not up here. They can and do get chewed up by the flywheel and the clutch if they're up here. They also get pinched by the starter if they're up here. So make sure they're back. Yeah, you can slobber right on there is fine. We also notice that this is getting a little green corrosion, so we're going to clean that up as well. All you need for this is contact cleaner. Should be able to get that at any auto parts store, electrical supply place, whatever. Just give it a good douching. We're gonna dry it with a air gun now and pack it with dielectric grease. All right, our blowgun. Dry this out. Now, I'm going to take a little dielectric grease. Again, auto parts store, electrical store, wherever. Chris, hold that camera right there for a second. I usually don't make that much of a fucking mess. Usually put it here and squeeze so it forces the dielectric grease into the connector. Goop up both sides. Make a mess. Doesn't freaking matter. We're also going to do the same here. I've already cleaned this with our contact cleaner. So just a little bit in there. And you usually get funky green inside here too. This one's not bad, but we're going to give that a quick squirt and we're going to put an accessory plug into that just to push it in further. And that's it. As soon as I get my hands cleaned up, I'll take this camera back. And Chris is going to put the starter back in. As soon as I get the fuck out of the way. Remember, line that pin up. First thing to remember is make sure your damn wires are over here. They didn't get pushed to the front. Man, that shit stinks.
Yeah, it does.
Contact cleaner? It's worse than the grip glue. So the wires are out of the way. You gotta line up that little pin. Start your top bolt first. Makes life a little bit easier. Keeps the starter in place. Don't tighten the top bolt yet until you get the bottom one started. Bottom them both out by hand after that, and then torque them to 20 Newton meters. I think the spec is 22, but I've never had one fall out. Then I torque. Well, that's okay. I know you already did it. You got them both already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Torque them both to 20. I was busy with something, so Chris was continuing working, which is what we need. We got to get work done, keep the money flowing and the bills paid and all that happy bullshit. Plus, I'm fucking out of here in 2 days for vacation. Wow. About 2 days. A little more than 2 days. It's almost fucking 10 p.m., so it's close enough to 2 days. BMW was kind enough to put a little bit of a detent in here, so this stays sort of where you need it to be to get that stupid freaking lug back in without being way out of position. Little bit of trivia. Do you know what that's for?
The ground.
That's for your ground, the jumper cable. There's a fucking thing right there. Solid guess. It's a hell of a way to admit that you put the battery in a shitty fucking position. Let's put jump start lugs on. They should just come with a battery freaking jump pack. Don't forget to plug in your accessory outlet. It might be a little bit hard to push into place because of all the dielectric grease, but that's okay. Because by it being difficult, you're pushing the grease back into the connector. That's what we want. You'll see these wires here that go to your throttle position sensor and the ground. Those go on top of the cover. Your vacuum hose that runs to the throttle body goes on top of the cover. Everything else is underneath this cover. You can make sure the jump start lug lines up. Torque that back down with your T27 Torx driver. Get ready with our 4mm Allen. On a T-handle, we zip that right in. Yeah, okay. Final snug down on the jump terminal, and that's it. Now it's time to reconnect the battery, and that will take care of that.